Welcome back, everybody. Taking a break from cooking to talk about something really important. When is the last time you sharpened your knives? If it's been a while, it's probably about time. Kelly is here. She's got a brand new business in the Green Bay area. You're calling it the Traveling Sharpener.
The Traveling Sharpener.
Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Amy.
One of the most asked questions I get are, what are the most important things to have in the kitchen? And I always say a few good pans and a few really good knives. You don't have to have a full set of fancy pans or a full set of fancy expensive knives, but a few good ones are key to making, cooking fun and easy and wonderful. And I don't think people sharpen their knives very much. And when they do, I think they aren't doing it the right way. Why is sharpening knives so important?
Yeah, so a lot of people are under the impression that they buy a good set of knives, they don't have to do anything with them, they'll just last forever. That is simply not the case. When you have a sharp knife, it's safer because you're using less force when you're cutting. You're less likely to slip off your item, so you have far more control over your knife. Not to mention, it's a lot more efficient and less stressful in the kitchen.
And if you've ever cut yourself before, a lot of times that's because your knife was just not sharp enough for the job. Or if you're noticing you're not, able to cut through things well, it's time, or maybe past time. Let's talk about why your sharpening is different from a lot of the others, and let's sharpen some knives here.
So when I do my sharpening, I don't just run my knife through a bladed wheel or anything. I'm actually inspecting the shape of the blade to ensure that the geometry or shape of the curve is accurate. We want to make sure when you're cutting on the cutting board that every part of your blade is touching the cutting board. Depending on where you use the knife more, the metal actually wears away in that area. So you want to make sure that you reshape the blade so it works properly. And then you want to go do some sharpening now?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to turn on the machine here. And first, we're going to actually put an edge on the knife. I put about a 12-degree blade or edge on the blade. And then, we're going to go to the next step here. We're just going to blend out that coarse line. Put on a smaller bevel. This makes the blade a little bit stronger and less susceptible to chips and nicks. And then we're going to take off the burr that we just created. So now we have a really nice, perfectly sharp blade.
So we're cutting paper there, but you can imagine what that's going to do with vegetables or a steak, or if you're carving. Something that you're grilling this summer and you want to really carve it up nicely. I love grilling turkey or turkey breasts in the summer. I really think that people think that they're, maybe have one of those gadgets at home to sharpen knives, and that's okay, but this is the real deal.
And you do not know you have dull knives until you use a sharp knife. You really don't know the difference until you try it, and then it's just like a breath of fresh air.
Good point. How can people find you, find out more? You also, Kelly, sell different knives. Maybe it's time that you really want to invest in a lovely knife. And you don't need 20 knives, you just need a couple of good ones.
Exactly, that's so the case. I agree. I think you need just a few good ones. You guys can find me. I have 3 drop-off locations in Green Bay. The original Austin's on Webster, Season to Taste Kitchen Store on Lineville Road, and Warehouse Restaurant Equipment on Military. And I'm also going to be featured in the Howard Farmers Market on Tuesday nights from 3 until 7.
Can you sharpen just about any type of knife people bring?
Absolutely. I can sharpen serrated knives. I can reserrate them even when the serration starts to wear down. I can sharpen scissors. I can sharpen mandolins and food processor blades, just about anything with a blade.
Wow.
I can put an edge back onto it.
One thing you mentioned is, like the bread knives. I didn't even know you could sharpen those.
Yes, you can. Most people cannot because it requires a special wheel, but I can actually hit each serration and then I just sharpen it like normal.
And scissors, so those kitchen shears, I didn't know that. And I know one thing, my food processor blade, a lot of people put those in the dishwasher, and over time that really can dull them. You can sharpen them. Wow, that is awesome. Can people find out more? How can people find out more?
So you can find me at thetraveling sharpener.com. Also, I have a Facebook page. I love posting informational videos I love talking about different things. You know, if I get a lot of questions, frequently asked questions, I like to post videos on those because if you guys have the questions, I'm sure a lot of other people have them too.
Oh, question for you. If you're going to come to the farmer's market or you're going to come to one of these other places that you mentioned, Austin's, how should people bring you their knives? I mean, it seems a little weird to just put a knife in the car, you know?
A lot of times people bring them wrapped in a towel or in a bag. I always send them away in like a really nice little cardboard knife sheath. So once they're sharpened, you're going to have them all nice and packaged. But yeah, just bring them wrapped up in a towel. If you have knife guards at home, bring them in that. Or just throw them in a bag and, you know, I'll send them off with you in a little knife guard.
Any no-nos before we go for at-home chefs when it comes to knives?
Yeah, like you had mentioned before, don't throw your knives in the dishwasher. The dishwasher uses a lot of water pressure and movement to clean, and it's forcing your knives to clink up against things. And of course, the handles, sometimes they're made out of wood. The wood can start splitting and drying out. So don't throw them in the dishwasher. And the other biggest thing too I see is people cutting on glass cutting boards. You're going to be dulling your knives like just about instantly if you're using that. Try to stick to your wood or poly plastic cutting boards if you can.
And how often should we get our knives sharpened?
I recommend usually once a year. Now, restaurants, I sharpen every month, so it really depends on how often you use your knives.
Kelly, thanks so much. You enlightened me. It's time to get those knives sharpened, or maybe get a new knife. Again, the Traveling Sharpener, you can find her online or on Facebook. Come back again, will you? Let's
Thank
do
you
some
so
more.
much. I had so much fun.
This is awesome. Thank you.